Hello YouTube, this is the DBT Game Show, episode 86, and today I'm going to review Super Metroid. But before I start, the reason why I've not made a video for a long time is because the laptop's broke again, and I've had tonsillitis, so I can't talk, and I've also been on holiday. Anyway, back to the review. So let's review Super Metroid. Okay, now that I've set my Nintendo Wii up, let's review this game. Okay, first we go to the story for Super Metroid. Well, the story for Super Metroid is pretty good. Basically, you play Samus Aran, and she has this little test tube with a baby Metroid inside it. And she takes this test tube to a science lab in space, and so that people there can study this Metroid and see what it's like. But soon after she leaves the science lab, the evil Ridley breaks into the science lab and steals the test tube with the Metroid inside and flees to the planet below. It is now Samus's job to rescue the test tube with the Metroid inside and return it to the science lab, or to a different science lab entirely, I'm not sure. So there's the basic storyline for the game. The story is pretty good. Okay, let's go to the graphics. Well, the graphics of the game are really good. This is one of the best 2D Metroid games I've ever played, and the graphics are really good, especially for the Super Nintendo. You just look at my file and I'll show you. I have finished this game, so I'll be able to show you practically everything. There you go. That's Samus, as you can see. I've got the gravity suit on, some purplish sort of colour, and she looks pretty good. Let's go to the controls for this game. Well, the controls for this game, most of the controls are quite straightforward, but there are quite a few that are difficult to do. So let me just position the camera, now try some controls. Right, now I've got the camera into position, I can show you some controls. Right. The controls that I've set up myself, I've got A to jump, I've got B to blast, I've got X to run, and Y to cancel my items for my 4 buttons. I've got R to shoot up diagonally, and L to shoot down diagonally, and the arrow keys just move me around. Pause brings up my menu, and select doesn't really seem to do anything. So the controls that I've picked. You can pick other control settings, but the control settings that I've picked seem to work best for me. Special moves that are hard to do. One that is almost mandatory in this game, if you can master it, is the move known as the wall jump. If you can use the wall jump, you can beat this game in under 3 hours. But I tend not to use the wall jump because 1, it's kind of like cheating, and 2, it's extremely difficult for me to master. I'm just not that good at using the wall jump. Another hard move is the super jump. Basically, this move involves running really, really fast. Then, at the end of your run, press down, then press the jump button, and you jump straight through the roof of a platform. And that can be a bit difficult for me to do. There's also a move called the supercharge, which I can't do either. It basically involves running and pressing a certain button, and Samus elbow barges through walls and stuff. Most times you use the speed boost to run through walls anyway. But all the other moves I can do, and most of them work pretty well. Okay, let's go to the music game. The music in the game it's okay. It's nothing fantastic, but it fits the game's space or feel. And in certain parts of the game, the music does change, so it's sort of eerie, especially in the ghost ship part where there's no enemies around, so the music's very quiet. Okay, let's go to the gameplay of the game. The gameplay of the game is a 2D adventure shooter puzzler sort of game. Basically, what you do is you look around, collect guns, weapons, items, so that you can progress through the game. Okay, let's go to the good stuff about this game. The good stuff about this game are the weapons and the items. Now, one of the best things about this game is the weapons screen. If you go to your pause menu, then hit the R button, you can go to your weapons screen. Now, on your weapons screen, you can actually pick which weapons you want to turn on and off. Now, you may be asking, why in the hell would you want to turn weapons on and off at certain times in the game? Well, there is one boss, this giant lizard thing, which you have to push into some acid. And the way to beat it is to use your charge beam and constantly fire charge shots at it. Now, it's very difficult to shoot 3 charge beams in with the spazer on. So if you turn off the spazer and just have 1 charge beam on, you may find it a little bit easier. So just to turn off a weapon, all you do is press A on it and it turns it off. Take it back on, press A to take it back on again. Most weapons are pretty useful. The weapons that you get in the game, the beam weapons are, you get a charge beam, an ice beam, a wave beam, a spazer, a plasma beam. Suits, you get a gravity suit, a variable suit, morph ball, you get the morph ball itself, the bombs, the spring ball, and the screw attack. The boots you get are the high jump boots, the space boots, the space boots, and the speed boots. Speed boots are an awesome item because you can just run at an enemy, and when you boot up to a certain speed, you can just run through anything and nothing can stop you. It's just really, really awesome. A new item that's in the game are the reserve tanks, which lets you replace your health if you run out of tanks. Kind of like potions in Final Fantasy. You've also got visors in this game. Let me just get off the start menu and I'll show you some visors. You only have one visor, and that's the X-ray version. It lets you see through walls and look at certain things. Now, I'm very sorry, YouTube, but I've run out of time, so please join me in part 2 of my Super Metroid review. Until then, bye.